Think of probably the most beautiful English countryside, and you have Wiltshire. We're about 97 miles away from London, and I'm just talking while I'm waiting for the signal to actually go through and for me to be able to start broadcasting to Amazon Live and 19 other destinations. So I'm pressing go live, and it is going to go live. Good. And I'm just waiting for the signal to go across to the iPad, and then I can go live. That's the theory. And we can go live. We are live. So runs back to the studio. Countdown clock is finished. I can take it off full screen. And we're live on Amazon Live. And I'm going to switch cameras. Hello, and welcome to this live broadcast on Amazon Live, talking about lights, camera, action, cameras, audio gear, Fitbits, microphones, and live video. Everything to do with live video. Now, I'm going to be showing you a camera later, which I actually sold 8 of yesterday, because it has the most amazing added extras. Now, I want to say, come to me, and you are, first of all, if I get this is getting longer and longer. So welcome to the show, and this is a lights, camera, action with Stephen, live from Wiltshire. And if you want to join me, again, I'm going to have to sort this agenda out. Need to go down to the last item, which is a fair way down, has to be said. Okay, and all you need to do is visit amazon.com/live to see the carousel, because whenever I mention the carousel, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, or the website, you won't know what I'm talking about. I mean, the whole purpose of this show, and I'm just going to switch that off because you know where to go if you want to see the carousel and see all the items that I'm actually talking about today. Now, for each item that I show, I do have a story to tell, and if you unmute, which is in the center of the screen, you can actually hear my story. Okay. So, first of all, I'm amazed that I'm actually here on Amazon Live broadcasting. It's either the 3rd largest or the 5th largest website in the world, and I am broadcasting from England to amazon.com/live. And on my iPad, I can go and say hello to Corinda, and Corinda has just moved house. Congratulations, Corinda. I look forward to seeing your new broadcasting studio. Corinda is an Amazon insider, as I am, and that's why we can broadcast on Amazon Live, because Amazon have okayed us for actually broadcasting. Now, in the carousel today, you can see a number of cameras, but I'm going to start off with, where should I start? Okay, if I go here, I'm going to start off with, then I'm going to go to everybody's favorite camera after I've done this one. So I'm going to put this full screen, and I'm going to come to me. Okay, now I'm using 2 cameras and 1 microphone. I'm in my BeLive studio, and this camera is the Obspot Tiny, which is currently down in the carousel. Okay, now I've had 3 cameras, and you're going to see them all. But this is the Obspot. I'm just going to check that I'm actually showing you the right camera. Yes, I am. It's looking good today. The Obspot Tiny is a special camera, because with the Obspot Tiny, you can have 3 preset scenes. Most cameras, Logitech C920, 922, 925, 930, have a 90-degree vision, 78 degrees, 65 degree. Okay, but the Obspot camera has got way more than that. You can't see my hands. It's got 270 degrees of view. I'm just about to demonstrate that, and Corinda is watching me on Facebook. So hello, Corinda. Corinda's a good friend, I said, from London, and he broadcasts on Amazon Live. Now, if I do this, nothing happens. But if I do this, and that's better. Okay. The camera is adjusted so I've got headroom. It's important when you're broadcasting to have headroom. If you were like that and people couldn't see the top of your head, then it just doesn't work. So you've got to be in the center and you've got to have headroom. Now, the thing about the Obspot is, and it's $199, is that the Obspot, you notice how it followed me there? The Obspot, I'm just going to move this out of the way and come closer to the camera and look at the camera. Okay, it's a lot easier when you stood up. This is the Obspot Tiny, and it is a PTZ camera, so it's pan, tilt, and zoom. Okay, it's got 3 major functions, but in addition to that, it has artificial intelligence. And as I move around the room, the Obspot, just a minute, the Obspot will actually track me as I move. Okay, so you can see over here, if I point here, that's Aylesbury Circle, which is about 25 miles away from us. It's built at the same time as Stonehenge, but in actual fact, it's not as famous because they don't have a good PR department. I'll show you that in a moment now. I'll come to Corinda's comment in a moment. I'm not sure whether it's totally relevant, but I'll come to it. Okay, so that's Aylesbury Circle. Let me just take Corinda's comment off the screen. Okay, and I'm just going to carry on. So this is the beauty of a PTZ camera. To have a PTZ camera that costs $199 is just totally amazing. I mean, I bought this 3 weeks ago, and it's the most fun camera because, as I say, you've got the 3 presets and the camera follows you, and it's ideal for demonstrating. So it means that I can stand up and demonstrate product. Now, normally when you demonstrate product, you're actually sat down, but if you stand up, then you'll find that you have more energy. Now, all the products I'm going to show you while I'm stood up, he said, are down in the carousel, and I didn't need to open the case because these are all ready to go. Okay, now these are my favorite headphones. These are aftershocks, and the thing about aftershocks is that they do not go inside your ear. They go over your head, and they are bone conducting headphones. So in other words, the sound waves don't travel through your ear canal, they travel through your skull, and you can hear the music, you can hear the podcasts, and it's not hi-fi, but it is very good quality. So you're getting good quality sound out of these headphones. Now the thing is, because they're not in your ear canal, and these are aftershocks earbuds, because they're not in your ear canal, you're not going to get irritated. These are lightweight. I forget I'm wearing them, to be honest. These are lightweight, and because they're not in your ear canal, they're not going to irritate you at all. Okay, and the sound you're going to hear when you're out walking, jogging, running, or cycling is going to be good. Okay, these are for use outdoors and indoors. Now I'm just going to go over to the carousel and try to find them. There should be somewhere over here. So I'm talking about the item that's highlighted in the carousel at the moment, which is the aftershocks open here. Headphones. They pair with your mobile phone or your Android tablet. Simple and easy. You just go to your mobile phone, go to Bluetooth, look for aftershocks, click connect, and that's it. And you can be listening then to music on Amazon Music, of course, or you can be listening to podcasts. Simple and easy to do. Okay, so it pairs with your phone. Because it's paired with your phone, you can take phone calls with one touch of a button. You can make calls by voice dialing. Awesome. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. So, Aftershocks earbuds down the carousel at the moment. Today they are $79.95. Okay, now as you'll notice, as I move about, the camera is actually following me. This is going to the beginning over here somewhere. Oh, it's lost me. The camera has lost me. Just a minute. That wasn't supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen. Emergency action required. I'm going to take the headphones off. If everything goes right in the broadcast, you're doing something wrong. Let me just try this. I broke it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to duck down and put my chair back and very, very quickly recover the situation by sitting down. Okay, don't you just love it when you're doing a demonstration and things go slightly wrong? Okay, so it lost me because I actually went to the wrong place, but now it's back. I'm just going to, so we don't get seasick, I'm going to lock the camera in situ and come back to here. Okay, so we're looking at the camera that we're looking at the moment. Is the Obspot Tiny. You're watching it now. This is how it looks, and there is software that you can use to actually control it, and I'm going to use that software now. Okay, let's just go to Corinda's comments. I'm not sure how relevant they'll be. It's a 2x zoom, Corinda. Over to Corinda again. PTZ from Paul, right from Stream Geeks, our friend. I have no idea, Corinda. Right, okay, and Corinda. Right, okay. Okay. Right, I'm going to get back on song. Corinda, thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Okay, so Osbot Tiny, 3 preset positions. Let's just go through them. I can go to my demonstration surface where my iPad is. I can go over to the wall where the picture of Avery is, and I can come back to me. So that's 3 preset locations. You preset them, and then you can use them at any time whilst you're live on Zoom or on a live broadcast. And it's a brilliant camera, has to be said. PTZ is the future. I saw other PTZ, I've seen other PTZ cameras, but they're a lot more expensive, $199. And I'm just having so much fun with it. It is a great camera to use. Okay, and you're watching me now. It's got 2 resolutions. It's got 1080p and 720p. 720p is what you're actually watching at the moment, because Amazon say we can only broadcast at 27p, 720p, which I'm happy with, or 1080, and that's all good. So thank you for watching on Amazon Live. If you've come here from Facebook, thank you. If you've come here from LinkedIn, thank you. If you come here from YouTube, thank you. If you don't know where to find me, then all you need to do is visit amazon.com/live to see the carousel and what's down in the carousel. Okay, so that's the Obspot Tiny. But the camera I want to talk about today, when I talked about this camera yesterday, I love talking about this camera because it's got an added extra, which no other camera has. And I'll come back to the Obspot Tiny in a moment. But the first camera I ever bought was this one, okay, which is the Logitech C920. And if I go here, you'll actually be able to see it. Okay, so I'm going to hide that card because you know you're watching Lights Camera Action. I'm going to put that on one of the presets, which is my desktop. Okay, so we are live. This is the Logitech C920. And I'm going to go picture in picture so you can see it more easily. Okay, and I'm going to shrink myself. Okay, we have the technology. I can shrink myself. So let's go over here and go here and apply, and I'm shrunk. Okay, right. So this is the camera that's down in the carousel at the moment. This is the Logitech C920. You've got the lens, you've got two microphones. So it's not only a camera, it's an external microphone. This is the next step up. After you've been using your internal camera and microphone, this is the camera that the majority of live broadcasters switch to. Now, I've got to be honest here. I'm going to tell you this camera is 6 years old. Okay, it was released in 2012. I bought it in 2016, I think, and it is a workhorse. I mean, it's lasted 6 years, so and it still works. I mean, it's not, you can't see it at the moment because it's not plugged in, but it's just a straight USB-A connection. But basically, it's long lasting. I can say it's long lasting because I've had this for 6 years and it's still working. It's the ideal first camera if you're going to go live on Zoom, or if you're going to go live on the internet, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. This is the camera to start with. And the way that it works is you pull this piece down and the camera, I'll come back to me for a moment to show you. The camera then sits on your monitor like that, and you just adjust it so that the rake is right, so that you're actually looking directly at the camera. Yeah. If you don't want, I mean, you actually mount it on top of a monitor or on top of a computer. If you don't want to do that, then what you can do is close that up, and underneath you have a hole into which, take my life on my hands here, you can actually put a tripod into the bottom. This is a live demonstration. I'd love to do a cooking demonstration actually, but basically you screw in, and I'm doing it as I'm talking, you screw the stand into the microphone, so camera and microphone, and then you adjust the angle so that you have it as you wish, and then you open the tripod up. Okay, and if I go back to my other camera now, you will see the completed article. So there you have the camera. You can adjust the camera so that it's pointing at the angle and the direction that you want it to. Okay, and that's it. So you can mount it on a monitor, you can mount it on a laptop, you can mount it on any way you like, but you can also mount it on a tripod, and you can adjust all the things on the tripod as I am about to try now. Okay, I should have practiced this beforehand, but just take it that this is Logitech C920. Now there are two models of the C920. This is the C920X, and the C920X comes with added extras because the X stands for XSplit VCam. Now, since January 2019, I've been using XSplit VCam. XSplit VCam, well, rather than sort of waffle and blab for Britain, I'm going to bring you a video up on screen. If I can find it. Yes, I found it. I'm going to bring this on screen. You actually get, with the camera that's down in the carousel, because it's got the X behind it, you get 3 months use of XSplit VCam. And the question is, what does XSplit VCam do? So I'm going to put this video full screen, and I'm going to switch my microphone off and press play. This is the X, this is the extra, this is XSplit VCam that comes with the camera that's down in the carousel, which today is $69.99. And it is, well, to be able to use XSplit gives you a whole new world and a whole new way of presenting yourself on Zoom or on the web. is in wonderful Wiltshire in England, and I'm here to give you an overview of XSplit VCam, how it works. Background removal tool I've been using since January 2019, and it just keeps getting better and better. Now the image behind me is one of Salisbury Cathedral, and the acid test of any background removal tool is that you still have 10 fingers with little webbing between them. Okay, so that test passed. Second is the outline of your body. Those are the things to look for when you're looking at a green screen, the ability to actually move about. So let's take a look at the software itself. And this is the XSplit VCam program. Okay, now you notice at the top there, it says original. This is me. This is also me. So this is how I look normally. Now, first stage is to actually remove the background. So let's remove the background by pressing a button, and I get background's gone. Okay, prove that if I go here, background has disappeared. Okay, so the next step is to select a background to go in place, and you can do that just by clicking an image. You'll get a different background. Okay, that's it. That's very colorful. Now, just a warning, you need to make sure that the image at the top is not too light. Okay, what you don't want is to have an image too light at the top. If you try it, you'll see what I mean. Okay, now XSplit VCam is an external program which you download from XSplit, and it sits on your computer and you can use it in this way. Okay, so over to one of my favorite backgrounds. So I'm just switching background. Now, if I go to here, you can actually see that I can get backgrounds from several sources. I can upload a media file. Okay, and I'm going to upload a media file. I'm going to go on my hard drive to artwork and to reduced. Okay, and I'm going to bring up this image, and that's it. That's how easy it is to take an image from your hard drive and bring it on screen. Second thing you can do is you can run a YouTube video. Now I can show you a sample of this. If I go down here, right, if I'd gone down there, I could have got the URL from YouTube and I could have played a video in my background. And basically the second thing, so images, your own images. Okay, upload from your hard drive, done. YouTube video, get the URL, copy it into XSplit VCam, it will play in the background. Okay, now you don't want to, well, there's no sound, just, okay, just the video, because you're actually talking, so you don't want any sound. Third thing you can do is you can share a web page behind you. Okay, so it could be your own web page. If you're doing a promo about your website, you could have your website behind you and you can talk about it. Yeah. And then finally, there is an amazing resource called unsplash.com. And unsplash.com is where photographers from around the world show their wares. In other words, they got their best photographs on there and they are free to use as backdrops. Now, if you use a backdrop, as I do quite often, then what you need to do, what you should do really, because people are actually providing these for free, but you want to promote them. So from the Unsplash page, just send out a tweet. It's a win-win situation. It shows people that you're using background removal. It also gives credit to the person who took the photograph. So unsplash.com is a great place to actually get the backdrops. Now, backdrops are important. If you change the backdrop, you change the story. Just as music can change the mood of a live broadcast, so can a backdrop. And I know this to be true. I've been using them since January 2019. And when I'm telling the story, then I just bring in a background, and I might bring 3 or 4 backgrounds in throughout a broadcast. XSplit VCam 3 months use of is included in the Logitech C920X camera. Remember to click the link in the carousel, go straight to the page, and you get more technical information. 720, 1080, built-in microphone, high quality, durable. Mine's 6 years old. So yeah, it's a bargain, especially with the XSplit VCam license. And then if you want, I mean, the offer wasn't around, or I didn't know about it, so I'm telling you about it now, because I just bought the C920 on its own. C920X is the one that includes XSplit VCam. XSplit VCam, I always enjoy making the videos for XSplit VCam, and XSplit enjoy me making them. So that the whole of that video, if you want to watch the rest of it, is on YouTube. But don't go there now, because I'm talking. Well, I'm not like that. I'm English, but you can find all my videos on YouTube, and all you need to do is to search for me, and hopefully this will work. If you search for Stephen Healey on YouTube, if you search for Stephen Healey VCam on YouTube, you will find all the videos. Now, I've been making videos about VCam for the last 5 years, and you'll see how VCam and XSplit are actually committed to CANI, which is an Anthony Robbins phrase, continuing and never-ending improvement. And you can see how the green screen software has improved over the years. I mean, we used to think it was marvelous. Now we expect it to be near perfect. Now, in terms of being near perfect, there's a point here. And it's a point that I just want to make. If you're going to use green screen software or background removal software, if you're actually going to use it, if you go to the software sites, XSplit VCam and other software sites as well, they will tell you that you can use their background removal software without a green screen. If you use it without a green screen, it will be okay. But what you will get, because you don't have a green screen, is you won't be able to move about that much, because every time you move, the camera's got to readjust itself, the software's got to readjust itself, and the end is that you may end up with an outline all the way up your head, you may end up with a halo, or you may end up with your hair blowing in a non-existent breeze. That's without a green screen. With a green screen, without a green screen, okay. But if you're going to be broadcasting on Zoom and Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Twitch, and you want to impress people, then you need a green screen. Now, the green screen that's down in the carousel at the moment is the Fovitech green screen. The thing I like about this green screen is, well, first of all, it's reversible. Okay, so it's got green this side, it's got blue the other side. So it's a reversible green screen. The other thing I like about it is it's scrunchable. So you can scrunch it, and when you scrunch it, you can then put it into its case and you can take it anywhere. Now, a green screen has got two primary uses. One is on video, as I am now, and the second primary use is photography. If you want to photograph people against a green screen, this is the green screen to choose. You can either have green or blue, and basically it's a solid color behind you, and it just simply works. And you're going from okay to near perfect. That's what's happening. You're going from an okay image to a near perfect image because you've got a green screen. Now, it would be remiss of me if talking about green screens. You've seen me use a green screen in the video just now. What I'm about to attempt, because this is live and I do like to do things differently, I'm going to give myself a green screen. This may or may not be perfect, because what you need to do with the green screen, and I'm going back to my hard drive, so forgive me for a moment, it will be worth it, just wait a second. I'm going to artwork, I'm going to resized, and I'm going to pick that image. Okay, now I'm going to disappear off camera in a minute. I'll still carry on talking, okay, and hopefully in a minute I will be back. Just a moment, let's just have a look, shall we? Okay, that's not quite what I intended. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the green screen off there. That was interesting, wasn't it? That's because, oh, wait a minute. Let's go back there and go here. Okay, right. This is the BeLive green screen software, and because I haven't set it up, it's not perfect, but it is good. You can still see 10 fingers, and you can still see me and you can still hear me. But that's how easy it is to actually, in seconds, actually change the way you look on screen by changing your background. And backgrounds do set a mood. So I'm in my BeLive studio. The image was on my hard drive. I uploaded it into my studio, onto my camera. That's it. Okay, and I switch it on, and very, very quickly, I can actually switch it off again. It'll take a few seconds, but I will be back. I promise you, I will be back. Okay, so green screen on, green screen off. You can do it in seconds, but you do need, moving again, you do need to have, and you do need to have a green screen background. Right, I'm going to switch over now to my main camera, and I'm checking the iPad as I do. So green screens, Fovitech green screen is my favorite green screen from Amazon.com. Click the link in the carousel. You'll find out more about it, but mine's propped up against the back wall. You can have a stand for it, or you can prop it up. Works either way. It's scrunchable, it's portable, it works, and it turns background removal software to the stage where you're getting an almost perfect picture. And I like it for that reason. Okay, staying with cameras, we've looked at Logitech C920X. We're now going to look at this camera, which is, I'm just going to make sure I'm on the right camera. Yes. This is the Logitech Brio camera that you're actually looking at now. Now, I went from, let's just go, and I can hide that because you've seen all about that software. I can switch back to my presentation location, which is down there. We've seen the 920X. The 920X down here comes with XSplit. My camera is 6 years old and it still works well, but 18 months ago I upgraded, and I upgraded to Logitech Brio, and that is the camera that you're actually watching now. So we've gone C920X to the Brio. The Brio is 720p, 1080p, 4K. Now, the higher the number, the more pixels, the clearer the picture. But as you move up 720, 1080, you're sending twice as much data. 4K, I hate to think how much data you'd be transmitting. Now, we're broadcasting to you on Amazon Live at 720p. That's the standard that's been set by Amazon. That's what we will broadcast at. Level playing field. Nobody's coming in at 4K. Nobody's coming in at 1080. Everybody does at 720. And 99.9% of cameras will do 720 and just eat it up, really. 720 is friendly. When I say friendly, it's user friendly because it doesn't take up many resources on your computer. And it's also kind to the internet, and it's kind to people who are watching me on a mobile phone now. Because if I was going out in 1080p, I would be sending twice as much data. And if you're on a tariff on your mobile phone, then I would be costing you money, more money, twice as much as I need to, because, yeah. So that's why we broadcast in 720p, and that's why Amazon chose 720p, to give a level playing field and to be kind to mobile users, because lots of people, millions of people, use Amazon on their mobile phone, and you may all be watching me on your mobile phone at the moment, so hello. The Brio has an inbuilt microphone, and I'll do a microphone comparison later in this broadcast. So this is a great external camera. 4K, we can't broadcast in 4K. The internet infrastructure isn't good enough for us to broadcast in 4K. We can't do it. If you know somewhere where I can, then please type in the comments where I can, and I'll try my best to do that. Now, in terms of what you can do with a camera, the thing you need to do is you need to do this, okay? And you need to go to logitech.com and hopefully download a piece of software called Logitech Capture. Logitech Capture gives you control over your camera. It works on any Logitech camera, 920, 22, 25, 30, and the Brio. And I'm going to show you how it works right now. What I'm going to do, step by step, is I'm actually going to put that over there, and I'm going to go over here to video. And first stage I have to do is to actually load the software. So I'm waiting for the software to load. When it's loaded, I'll put it on the screen beside me, and you can see what you can do with your Logitech camera. It doesn't matter what flavor of camera it is. If it's a Logitech camera, then this software will work. So let's go for screen share. And I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share the Logitech camera and over here, and let's go over here. Now, this software that I'm about to show you, I'm going to hide that and go full screen. Here is the software that drives the camera that you're looking at. Okay, now it's two flavors. Logitech Capture, as we said a moment ago, is the first flavor, and that's the all-powerful, all singing, all dancing. Everything I'm going to show you now is part of Logitech Capture. You can get Logitech Capture from logitech.com. Just go there, do a search for it, and you'll find it. Okay, so what can I do? What I'm going to do is, so you've got the comparison, is I'm going to put side by side. Okay, so you've got me on the left and the software on the right. I can zoom in. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can zoom in. Because you can zoom in, you can also, I always hope this doesn't get stuck. You can also, one more I think, zoom out. So you can zoom in and out. Now the whole point of this, what you're trying to do is get yourself comfortable on camera. Okay, now being comfortable on camera is important, even in a Zoom meeting. Yeah. And the way to be comfortable on camera is to adjust the camera to suit you and be happy with how you look. Now, every Sunday night, I do a test. I do a test of my camera and my microphone. I do a local recording. I play it back, and I make sure I've got good sound and that I'm happy with how I look on camera, and that I don't change anything apart from when I'm doing a demonstration for the rest of the week. Okay, so this is my setup. This is my setup on Amazon Live. It's my setup on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Yeah. So get comfortable. And I mean, if we go off screen and go back to where we were, and the next thing I can do, oh, I need to make a change. I need to change my theme. Okay, so that you can get a wide angle view. Okay, so software on the right is from Logitech. It's downloadable, it's free. If you bought the camera, it's free. Okay, anti-flicker I always turn on, and then there's got the field of view. Now in terms of the field of view, yeah, you've got 90 degrees, and you can see that what we're actually doing is we're actually zooming out. Yeah, and you're able to see more of my office. 78 degrees field of vision is basically you can see me closer to, and then I can come zoom in. And I obviously doing this whilst I'm live, so I can do this whilst I'm live just to change the focus. I mean, this is quite a good setting if I'm not demonstrating something, because the only thing that's on screen is my face. Yeah, I couldn't demonstrate products like this. I can demonstrate products like this, yeah, because I can hold something up and you'll be able to see it. Whereas if I do it like that, you can't see it. Okay, so by changing the field of vision, what you're actually doing is deciding how much of you and how much of this people can see. Yeah, you're in control. This is Logitech software, it's free. Okay, the other thing we can do is go to the Advanced tab. And I'm going to the Advanced tab now. Now, there are other things you can do. Okay, so We've done the zoom in. Believe me, you can pan, you can tilt, okay, tilt up, and hopefully this will go back. Okay, you can tilt, okay, zoom and tilt and pan. I can go right, I can go left, and I want to be in the center of the screen. Okay. The other thing I can do is put those headphones down, and then I can control the brightness. Now, if I take the brightness right down, okay, you can't see me. Now, this is not a good way to broadcast. I mean, if I broadcast like this, then this is not at all good. So I'm going to bring the brightness back up now. The good thing about this software is that the default setting, which is the one I always use, is 50. So I can bring this back up to 50. I noticed that I've just gone out of focus. Just give me a moment. Okay, and we're back. I can change the color intensity. So I can take all the color out. Now this is not too bad a look. If you're going for a sepia sort of look, then you can turn the color intensity right down. You can broadcast what is in virtually as close to monochrome as we're going to get. And this can be good if you want to make a point during the broadcast. If you want something to stand out during the broadcast, get rid of the color and just go monochrome. And then you can carry on telling your stories, and you've got a different feeling, setting a different atmosphere. And you notice the green screen is no longer green, but my gray is still gray. Okay. So that is changing the color intensity, and I can go the other end. I can go bright red, or I'm going to be with this. I can come back to 50. Okay, around about 50, and I'm happy with that. And I've gone down to 41. So let me come back up to 50, 52. Okay. Auto white balance, which is below that. If I go picture in picture again, auto white balance. Just let me do this. Okay. Okay, I shrunk. Auto white balance, you don't need that during the daytime, but it's handy to have it at night. If I turn it off, you shouldn't see too much of a difference. But at night time or in low light, it's good to have it because it will balance things up. Autofocus is the bottom left. We don't actually need that now. It's superfluous. With the current range of cameras, there is no need to actually have autofocus on. In fact, switch all the auto items off for the best result with your camera. My friend did an experiment, and he was looking for information about, we know that when we broadcast live, the video and the sound travel separately. Yeah. He experimented and he found that if you switch off autofocus and the white balance, in fact, anything that's preset, then you get a better result. And the sound ties up perfectly with the image. So that's a new tip, and I'm grateful for that tip to Matt. And Matt lives in Brighton in the UK, and Matt will know who he is. And he did the investigation to find out the best settings, and the best settings are switch off auto white balance, switch off autofocus, and that's the result. Now, as you can see at the bottom, it has identified my camera as a Logitech Brio. I can also use this software to control Logitech C920, 920X. Okay, it's the same software. Now, the whole point of doing the whole of this is so that you feel comfortable on camera. Okay, now when we actually start broadcasting, we tend to be away from the camera. When you get confident on camera, yeah, that's when you want to be center stage. I mean, I've got the chest set to distract you over there, but apart from that, on screen it's just me, and I've got two cameras, so that I'll bring the second camera in. So that's the control system. It's Logitech Capture is what you're looking for, And there's a second program, which is the one I'm showing you now, which is a light version of Logitech Capture. And that allows you to set up your camera exactly as you want it. Okay. Now, hide. I don't need that anymore. So I'm going to come back to me. And what I'm going to do now is try and find my second camera. Has anybody seen my second camera? It'll be here in a second. Yes. Come on. That's the trouble. I've got so much in my carousel. Yeah, okay. Right, found my second camera. I remember C920X down the carousel. That's the C920X there. I've had mine for 6 years, and it's an absolutely brilliant camera, as is the Brio. So C920X is that one, and it comes with 3 months of XSplit VCam. XSplit VCam is quite probably the world's best background removal software. The thing about XSplit VCam, back to the Brio, thing about XSplit VCam is it's portable, and you can take it with you wherever you are. You can take it on Zoom, you can take it to BeLive, you can take it to other software places as well. Okay, so let's just go back to side by side, and I want to change that and come here. I'm in my BeLive studio, which means I can do lots of whizzy things. Okay, I was before I got into live broadcasting, which was 6 years ago, I am a software programmer, and we used to use a toolkit to actually create our software in Delphi, and it had things you didn't need. And we asked the author of the software, we said, well, why does this software have things that you'll never use? And she said, oh, they're whizzy bits. Those are the bits that people like to see, not necessarily use, but like to see. Okay, so remember, C920, you can either mount it or you can put it on a tripod. If you put it on a tripod, you can, just showing how easy it is to actually unscrew. Okay, so there's the tripod, and the camera is now down safely on ground, and all is good. Right, now what I want to do now, before I go on to my next item, is I just want to bring in an overlay, which is this one. Okay. If you're watching me now, I do want to say thank you. Thank you. If you unmute, then you'll hear my stories, you'll be able to listen. Okay. And that's true of everybody who's actually on Amazon Live. Basically, if you go to a broadcast and you want to hear, just press unmute. Nobody knows you've done it. Okay. We never find out who's listening. What we do know is how many people have unmuted. And obviously, that's an indication of whether we are actually doing well. Now, this is Lights, Camera, Action. You're actually watching Stephen. Oh, you're actually watching Stephen live from England, and I'm so grateful to be on Amazon Live. Now, just a moment. I'm broadcasting on BeLive, and I work for BeLive, but this is my show. BeLive is the software I've been using since October 2016. It was the first system to have 2 people on screen, 3 people on screen, 4 people on screen. As you've seen, I can show images, I can have 2 cameras, I can play YouTube video, and I can go live on Amazon Live, all from within the BeLive studio. What you may not know is I'm grateful today for being able to do this broadcast. BeLive, the engineering part of BeLive, the team members in BeLive actually are in Kiev, or Kiev. Kiev is the Ukrainian pronunciation. They live in Kiev, in the Ukraine, and you will have heard of the fact that Russia is now at war with the Ukraine. I just have this wish that all my teammates in BeLive and the people of Kiev and Ukraine in general are able to stay safe during this difficult time. So a shout out and praise to and thoughts with the BeLive team. And if you join me in that, thank you. If you want to send any messages to the people in Ukraine, please feel free to actually comment, and I will pass your comments on to the team in Kiev, in the Ukraine, BeLive. And thank you, BeLive, for providing this platform for us to actually go live on. Okay, all right. So I'm going to take that overlay off. Now, just a point there, I'll come back to turning it off. In a live broadcast, overlays can be used to tell stories. Now, I was telling you 4 stories there. I was telling you about BeLive. I was telling you to unmute to listen, and the button is in the center of the screen. Lights, Camera, Action is the name of the show. 5 days a week, 9 a.m. Eastern every day. It's all about cameras, microphones, and everything that's on the card. And then I'm live from England. And I'm just chuffed, which in English saying, it means I'm happy to actually be spending my time with you today. I'd like to say thank you for joining me on Amazon Live. If you have any questions at all about anything that I talk about, then please do ask. The point is that after this broadcast, your comments disappear. Yeah. The only thing that survives an Amazon Live broadcast is the video. Okay. I just want to check something. Okay. I'm just going to close something. So forgive me for closing that. I'm just trying to get a bit more memory. And this is a world first. I'm going to stop sharing that because I showed you that. What I'm going to do now is this is a world first. So bear with me a moment as we just take a short break. And this should work. Okay. Not only am I live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and my website. Well, I'm also live on Amazon Live, which is where I want to be live. That's my primary place to be live. And if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn, click the link up above to actually join me in Amazon Live. But I want to share this screen. And I'm going to have to take something off. So I'm going to take that off full screen. I'm going to hide that. Okay, and go here. And as you can see, there's more than one of me. This is my new web page, and I'm live there now, as well as being on Amazon Live. And this is all courtesy of the software that I actually used to do this broadcast, which is OneStream Live. So there is a delay between what I'm doing here and what's appearing on the page. There's a processing time of about 20 minutes. But this is stephenhealey.onestream.live. It's my new website, courtesy of OneStream. And I'm just so happy to actually show it live on the broadcast today for the first time, and that it's working extremely well. I'm a firm believer, I'm going to stop sharing now. I am a firm believer in broadcasting to your website, and the technology to do that, OneStream, is absolutely amazing. As well as broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, you can broadcast to your website. That's where you want people to watch you. I mean, I want you to be on Amazon Live, don't get me wrong, but you can actually broadcast to your own website using the technology I'm using today to go live on Amazon Live. Right, where shall we go next? And thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you, everybody, for actually watching me live. And just to confirm that I'm in Devizes in Wiltshire, and back to the top of a very long agenda. If you just joined me, welcome to the show. Okay, you're watching Lights, Camera, Action, and you're watching Stephen live from Wiltshire in England. Okay, now the next place I want to go, I'm going to remove that off screen. No, Darn. Can I say darn? Is that acceptable? Cameras are important. When you're live broadcasting, whether you're broadcasting on Zoom, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, camera is important. We looked at 3 cameras. Beginning, we looked at the Obspot Tiny, which is the PTZ camera, pan tilt zoom, which can follow you around, track you around the room. We looked at the C920X, which comes with 3 months free of XSplit VCam, and we looked at what XSplit VCam can do. And then we looked at my camera you're looking at now, which is Logitech Brio, which best in class, really. So that's the Brio C920X, and those are my cameras of choice. Now, what I'm going to do now, Obspot, is, right, I'll let you into a little secret. Okay. If I tell you, though, right, a microphone is as important as a camera. Why? Right, if you're watching me now, it may well be that you're actually surfing Amazon.com. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It may be that you're surfing somewhere else. But when people find something they're interested in and watch it, they stop watching after a while and just listen. Because you've seen me. Yep, okay. And just listen. But if your sound is bad, then people will stop listening. Simple as that. So you need good sound. To have good sound, you need an external microphone. Now, the cameras that we looked at, C920, Brio, Obspot, all have internal cameras. They are better, internal microphones. They are better than the microphone on your Mac or your PC. My opinion. Okay. But if you want to take the next step up and you want your sound to be even better, then you get an external microphone. And we're going to look at 2 microphones. My original microphone was obviously the one in my PC. Then I went to the one in the C920. Then I went to a completely external microphone because the quality of the sound in a video is important. And that's why I chose the Audio Technica AT2020, which is down the carousel. I can tell you that if you click the link in the carousel, today it's 9% off. It's $99 instead of $108. Now you're actually listening to, well, let's go through these. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep changing microphones. But before I do that, I'm going to bring this back on screen. I'm going to shrink myself. Okay, just give me a second. And I'm going to change themes. No, themes. Press the wrong button. Classic. All right, I'm just going to shrink myself. Okay, and it does say theme updated. There's my iPad. iPad's down the carousel. This is my best buy of late 2021 because not only, I mean, I use this obviously to broadcast to Amazon. I need this. It's the Wi-Fi model and it's behaved flawlessly. But the thing is that when I'm not broadcasting, this is my tablet of choice. It's down in the carousel. It's my tablet of choice simply because it's so lightning fast, intuitive, and it's got all the apps you need all in one place. Okay. Right, what I'm going to talk about now is a microphone. And the thing to do is I'm actually going to switch microphones. Okay, so if you don't hear me, I'm going to try and test these as I do it. So you're going to hear several different microphones, and I'm going to compare the sound of each. Okay, and I'm just trying to find the one I'm looking for. It will be here in a second, I know. All right. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Now, if you can't hear me, can you say you can't hear me? I'm not sure that one's working. Just a moment. Testing 1 2. Yes, it is. Okay. You are looking at, or you're listening to this beautiful microphone, which is the Audio Technica AT2020. It's on a tripod stand and it's just beautifully designed. and it's got a blue light which is pointing towards me. And I just love this microphone. It's the first external microphone I got, and the quality of the sound. I'll put it back down so you can actually hear the quality of the sound. If you can't hear me, then just say. But this is the quality of the Audio-Technica AT2020. What I'm going to do now is switch to my new microphone, which is the Elgato. Okay, so let's change microphone again, and hopefully I've still got sound. Testing 1, 2, yep. No, I've definitely got sound. The second microphone, which is down the carousel now, is this one. And if I put that, I'm trying to put these down safely. This camera, this microphone, I knew that was not a good idea. This microphone is the Elgato Wave 3. You're listening to it now, and I'm about a foot away from it. It's a high quality, high spec microphone. But the thing about it is that it's not just a microphone. Okay, I'm going to put it down again and come back to me and come to the comments and say hello to Tina. What mic were you using at the start of the stream? And Tina's saying, hi, Stephen. I was using at the start. I get confused when I use several microphones, but thank you for joining me, Tina. Just a minute, if I could spell, we'll find out. The microphone I was using, right, the microphone I've been using throughout the broadcast is the AT2020. The microphone I'm using at the moment is still the AT2020. Just a minute. Okay, I need to make a change. Okay, what I'm going to do, easy to get confused, believe me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change over to I always hate making the microphones. Testing 1, 2. Right, okay. You were listening to the Audio-Technica AT2020. You are now listening to the Elgato Wave 3. So the Elgato Wave 3, there should have been a difference in sound. So 2 microphones, and they're both down the carousel, the Elgato Wave 3 and the Audio-Technica. The Audio-Technica is 9% off at the moment, and the Elgato Wave 3 is $149.99. But the thing about the Elgato Wave 3 is this. Just let me do something, and I'll show you. This is, I just need to move a few things out of the way. And if I can find the software, yeah, I found it. Okay, so I'm just finding some software. I mean, I showed you how to work Logitech C920 earlier with the software. That software works on all the cameras that we're, or on the Logitech cameras. But I'm now going to show you some other software. And this is the software that comes with the Elgato Wave 3 microphone. So let me screen share. It'll take a second. And I want to get the right one. Okay. And hopefully I can bring this on screen and go here, take myself off full screen, hide the second camera. Okay, this is the software that comes with the Elgato Wave 3. This is a software mixer. If you've ever looked at software mixers before, this is a game changer. I've tried other software mixers, and I'm not going to mention any fruits, especially bananas. But this is the first software mixer that I've been able to understand. Yeah, it's an audio mixer. It comes with the Elgato Wave 3 microphone. You download the software from the Elgato site, and you can then, as you can see, I'm speaking on the Elgato microphone at the moment. I'm also speaking on the Chris microphone, although one of those is switched off so that you can't actually hear. You can only hear one microphone. Okay, so 2 are working, 2 are plugged in. I'll tell you how I plug those in a moment. But this software mixer allows you to switch between microphones, to have sound from your browser, to take music from Spotify and bring it, because bringing the mixer into your Zoom or into your live broadcast, you can bring Spotify in. Okay, providing you're not going public with it, you should be okay. You can also bring in system sound, which is brilliant. I mean, I've got DJ software called Tractor, Traktor, and I use that for my DJing. There is, just an aside, there is there's a website called mixcloud.com, maxcloud.com, and it allows you to play any music that you like. maxcloud.com. It allows you to play any music you like. If I play, I'm going to show my age here, if I play the Stones or the Beatles or Led Zeppelin or Def Leppard or In Excess or Kylie, then as soon as I play the track, Mixcloud look at the track, identify it, and they pay royalties. Yeah. So on mixcloud.com, you can go on live video, play your DJ set, and anybody who comes to the mixcloud.com site can listen. Absolutely brilliant. And this is where, and this is why, this is one of the reasons I bought the Elgato Wave 3 microphone, was because this software comes with it, and it allows you to mix your audio and bring that audio into your studio. And it's never occurred to me till now to actually use it in a live broadcast. So I'm going to put it into a broadcast tomorrow. I'm live 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. If you want to find out more, then just press the follow button down below. But this is the Elgato Wave 3 microphone, which is down the carousel. You can see that, I'm just going to crib here, that after 3,453 reviews, it's got 5 stars. It's an Elgato product, so we know the build quality. And because it comes with this mixer software, I can be a DJ from my BeLive studio, and I can play music that I own live, and the artists who I play will get royalties. Now, I will be going out on Mixcloud this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. It's always great to actually, there's nothing better than to put together a playlist of your own choosing with all your favorite tracks on it, and then go live where people can actually listen, and you can stop the music and talk and you can chat. All wonderful things can happen on Mixcloud. But that's why I love the Elgato Wave 3, and it has my vote for being a very, because of the software, a very versatile microphone. And you can see, just I'm going to demo it again. That's what it looks like. This is the Elgato Wave 3 in real life. I'm going to put it down again. And you are listening to Elgato Wave 3 now. And I want to say a big, right, oh wow. I want to say a big thank you to Yvette. Okay, now, I'd love to play it. Oh, first of all, I'm going to tell you one thing. One thing I'll never do is sing. Okay, you're safe on that count. I'm not going to sing. I used to be a choir boy many years ago, but I'm not going to sing. And I don't have any noises or sounds to play, but I do want to say thank you for following. It means a lot. Basically, it's in terms of Amazon credibility. The more followers you have, the more credit you have with Amazon. Simple equation. As if you follow me, then what rather than my waffle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little video that I made all about Amazon. I'm going to bring that up on screen. Okay, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to hide this. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my desktop off, and I'm going to take that off. Okay, and I'm going to take me off, put that full screen. This is a short video that I made about Amazon Live, because there isn't, Strangely enough, I've not found a guide to Amazon Live anywhere. Now, just as a heads up, I am broadcasting from the UK and grateful for doing so. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of Amazon Live broadcasters. They are all independent. They do not work for Amazon. They may make a small affiliate commission on things that are sold. That's the way it works. It's a win-win situation all around. We're happy to be on the world's third largest website. Okay, I mean, it's best place to be, Amazon Live. But I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to give you a short video all about it. Okay, so let's put the video full screen. I'm going to switch my microphone off and press play. So this is all about Amazon Live. If you ever wondered what it's all about, this is it. It's Stephen here, and this is Amazon Live. This is a short guided tour of what Amazon Live is about. Now, basically, Amazon Live is broadcasters from around the globe getting together to broadcast on Amazon.com and talk about the products they own and love. And this is the homepage, amazon.com/live. You can reach it from the amazon.com homepage by taking the menu and going down to get to Amazon Live. Now, on the left-hand side of the screen, we've got the people I'm actually following. I'm on the Discover page, which is basically shows me the broadcasts that are live at the moment. You'll see in the top left-hand corner, it says live. And we've got a variety of topics. As we go down, we'll see people who are live and people who've been live. Now, if people have been live, you can actually watch the replay. If they are live, however, there is more that you can do. The first thing is that you can follow people. Now, if you follow, this is important because it means you'll never lose this broadcast. It will always be available to you in the following tab, which is all the shows that you follow on a regular basis, and you can watch the replays or you can watch live just by going to the following tab. Whilst the broadcast is live, you can type in to the text box. So I'm going to type in hello from the UK. Okay, and that shows on the screen. So you can communicate with the live broadcasters whilst they are live. You can type text, you can ask questions about the products they're actually demonstrating, and you'll get answers live on air. These are people who actually know the products well, and when they talk about something that's down the carousel, they do know about it, and you can ask questions. The questions and the text in the right hand side of this page will actually disappear after the show. So it's not a permanent record. The only thing that survives the live broadcast is the recording. All the text down the right hand side goes. The second thing you can do is you can follow somebody. Now, if you press the following button, it means that you'll quickly be able to find their broadcasts. Now, this is important. In the center of the screen, you can see an unmute button. Until you press the unmute button on an individual broadcast, you cannot listen to what the person is saying. Now, obviously, it makes it more interesting when you... Right, so that was a quick overview of how Amazon Live works, and thank you for watching today. Okay, so all of that, following, commenting, all works on all the broadcasts. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to look at is one of my favorite items. It is this, and I just need to, well, I'm going to bring my second camera in again. Okay, I can hide the video because you've seen that. All the videos are on YouTube. If you search for me on YouTube and you're searching for Stephen Healey, yep, search for me on YouTube, you'll find all the videos. Okay, and I can only, during this live broadcast, Amazon Live, I can only play so much of a video. So the whole thing is actually over on YouTube. Right, a couple of introductions. This is my plant number one, which was bought by Angelica, and over 2022, we're going to watch this grow. And there is a story behind. I know I'm supposed to be talking about what's in the carousel, but this is actually this. There's a story behind this plant. You know how a plant becomes pot bound, and you have to take it out of its current pot, put in a new pot. Well, Angelica did that, but didn't take all the soil out, and then put a new plant in. And this fella, him, he grew. The root is about year long, and he's a survivor. So he's now got his own pot, so we can watch that plant grow too. Okay, now I do not have green fingers, so I don't exactly know what's going to happen, but I'm going to go on to my next item, which is this. Okay, so I'm going to put my iPad, which is down the carousel, on one side, and we're going to go on to my next item today, which is over here. This is the case, and it's a case for the gimbal, which is down the carousel. And if I unzip it, I can take out the Hoem iSteady gimbal. Okay, now the idea of a gimbal is to hold your mobile. Okay, so you take your mobile phone, take it out of its case first, and you fit the mobile phone into the clamps. That's step one. Step two, you plug in your lapel microphone, which I'll talk about in a minute. I just need to move. Right, your lapel microphone goes in there, and then your phone goes in there, and that's the first thing. And then the next thing you do is you just press the start button and make sure this is on a solid surface. Okay, home gimbal on a solid surface, and it will calibrate. Okay, which is why it must be on a solid surface. Press the start button, 3 seconds, and it comes on, and you're then ready to go. Now, when I use this, and I've had it since March 2021, and it's my favorite gimbal. I've got other gimbals, and they have been put away because this is so lightweight and so responsive, and it just works. Okay. Now the thing is that well, it is my favorite gimbal, and I've taken this gimbal with me on my travels. Now, Angelica's my partner, German language teacher. If you want to learn German, ask Angelica. I've been able to shoot video by using this gimbal and my Android camera. It could equally well be an iPhone. And we visit country houses, castles, and national monuments. And after we've done the grand tour, I do a video, and the video then goes into the archive, but it also goes on YouTube. But the thing is, I actually go live. Yeah. So when I'm filming and we're walking around, I am live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And I use a program which I'll tell you about in a moment. Before I do that, I can show you this, but I think what we'd rather do is to actually, for a few moments, watch a short video. And just closing things down is to actually watch a short video made using this gimbal. So I'm going to find a video, because it's basically, as I say, I can talk. Okay, so we're going to visit two places. The first place we're going to go is here. I'm going to bring the video into my studio. I'm going to take myself off. So this video that you're about to see is of Portsmouth Royal Navy Dockyard down the south of England. And basically, this used to be a Royal Navy base. In other words, the Navy was actually based here. They moved to Scotland in 1992, but this is a place for some very, very famous ships. So I'm going to hide my desktop. I'm going to put the video full screen, and we're going to go on a short tour of the Royal Naval Dockyards. This was shot using the home gimbal. I think it's the best proof there is of how effective it can be. If you use the camera and you're just holding it, then you can actually not get the best picture. Well, I'm going to stop waffling. Let's go. Is ironclad ship built in Great Britain, and it's steam powered, not sail powered, and we're just going to walk alongside to give you an idea of the size of this. Over there is a tower, 385 feet. I think you can actually go up in a lift to the top, but we're concentrating on the shipping today as we're at the dockyards. Welcome to HMS Warrior, Her Majesty's ship Warrior, or His Majesty's ship as it was when it was commissioned. And this is just an amazing place. As I pan round, we're actually, the estuary is over there, and we have all the buildings on the right. As usual, I'm broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and my website, live from Portsmouth in England, as Angelica and I do our tour of Hampshire. Okay, so I'm trying to avoid people, and hello.
Are you going on board?
No, we're not.
No,
Okay. I think you're not allowed to photograph on board, hence his question, which is a fair one. Today we're just taking a walk around the dockyards as opposed to touring the facilities. It's wonderful because you can actually get onto the dockyards for free, which is what we've done today, and you can walk around and you can film and nobody's going to stop you. So I'm going to go as far as here and then turn around and watch Angelica coming towards us, and we'll turn around and head back because we don't know what's going to come next. We've just done this part, so Angelica's going to follow. Right, what I'm going to do now, if I can, is to fast forward this video, and hopefully this will work. Okay, and I'm going to fast forward to here. Okay, and continue to play. Follow me as I turn around. And this is just incredible. Now, you're not allowed to film on board the ships, but you can film the exterior, which is what I'm doing, as you know, at the moment. So just a reminder, we're at Portsmouth Naval Dockyards. We're conducting our own walking tour, and we're delighted that you could join us. That is just, you can go on board any of these, but for today we've just decided that we're going to return to Portsmouth and spend the full day here, because we've only got sort of half a day. There are 11 different attractions and we can't possibly do them all in one day, but this is just stunning. I'm sure Angelica's somewhere near as we walk up. British flag proudly flying as we walk to the stern. Okay. As I say, this is the first time that we've seen this, so Mary Rose Museum, HMS Victory, and refreshments. Okay, so let's find out a little bit more about what we're looking at. And it says here the conservation continues. In 2000, I'm back, and that's the beauty of using a gimbal on something like that. If you've got the camera in your hand, then the concentration is actually not on what you're looking at, it's on not dropping the camera. Whereas if you put it in a gimbal, then you can concentrate on what you're looking at because you can see it in the camera viewer, and your mobile phone is safe. It's not going to, and if it does fall on the floor, it won't smash. Okay, it's less likely to smash. If you've got an expensive iPhone and you're doing video, two problems. One, you're worried about it falling on the floor, and the second thing is that you're not going to be steady. Now, this is the OMI Steady gimbal that's down the carousel. I just want to take that off because you know who I am now. The OMI Steady gimbal, it holds the camera safe. It keeps it steady. And as you're going up and down, the gimbal is adjusting. And that means that the resulting video from using a gimbal. So this is a new world for your mobile phone. Yeah. Rather than using it for phone calls or surfing the web, you can actually use it to record video. Now, there are three reasons you should do this. Okay. But this might take. One, you're recording history. Okay. So I was recording HMS Warrior and HMS Victory as they were in 2021. I was recording Portsmouth as it was in 2021. I'm recording history. Point two, as you just watched the video, which is on YouTube, the full video is on YouTube, other people can actually watch the video and get a feel of where you've been. This is important. I've done videos of Stonehenge and Avebury and places around us in Wiltshire, and they're all on YouTube and they can all be watched. And people do go, they search for Stonehenge and they find my video. Search for Portsmouth, they find my video. So your video is reaching a wider audience. Okay. It's a keepsake for you. It's available for the world. And because it's better quality, because you've been using a gimbal, people will watch it. If you shoot something on mobile phone, people will watch for a few seconds and say, oh, that's interesting. But if you do it on, this is from experience, if you do it on a gimbal, then people will watch for longer. And in terms of cost, the home gimbal today is $99. I'm just going to go over to my iPad and I'm going to. Have you noticed any issues with the holder making noise? Nope. There's no noise from the gimbal. As you, I mean, you've listened to the video there, and say hello to Tim. And the second point, thanks for this, Stephen. Quick question: how do you have you noticed any issues with the device making noises? No, not at all. Okay, this device. Okay, though it's motorized, the noise from the motor is so low it doesn't affect the video feed. The main reason being that what I actually do is, and this is down the carousel too, is I actually have, and this is important. Okay, you've got the mobile phone, you've got the gimbal, yeah. Okay, the sound, the microphone on the mobile phone is okay, but it's not the best in the world. And the thing is that if you just shoot on your mobile using the inbuilt microphone, then the sound quality is not going to be good. Well, it's going to be okay, but it's not going to be as good as it could be. And that's why you need or should have a lapel microphone. Now, the best one that I found is down the carousel at the moment. It is 35.45, and today he said, look at his iPad again, it's 41% off. Okay, 41% off. The lapel microphone plugs into the bottom of your phone in the audio connector. You clip it on your clothing, and then you, as I was doing then, you can do a voiceover and narration. And what I tend to do before we visit anywhere is I sort of crib and I revise so that I actually know what I'm talking about. So before we went to the dockyards, I knew what was there, knew what we we're going to see, so I could talk about it. And especially, I mean, Stonehenge, everywhere we go, I actually discover more each time we go, learn more. But the microphone on the mobile phone is not good enough to do a voiceover because this picks up all the noise all around you. What you actually need is the lapel microphone. The one in the carousel today is 41% off. It's the best that I've found. And you just plug it onto your lapel. Crocodile clip doesn't crimp your clothing at all. It's very clothing friendly. Plug it into here. You don't need to adjust anything on your phone, because as soon as you put the audio cable in, it cuts out the internal microphone on your mobile phone. So no installation, just plug it in and you're good to go. So now the other thing you need, the final thing you need if you're doing mobile video is, well, you saw the video just then, and we went to the Warrior and then to HMS Victory. Behind HMS Victory is the Murray Rose. Now the Murray Rose is a ship that was commissioned by Henry VIII, and it sank. And it sank to the bottom of the channel, and it stayed there for hundreds of years. And then it was actually found, the wreck was discovered, and it was brought up to the surface, and it was transported to Portsmouth Royal Naval Dockyard. A great big hall was built to actually keep it in, and they're renovating it step by step. Now, there's a big story behind that, which I'll go into another time. But we've done the Victory, and I was just going round the corner from the Victory to the Murray Rose, and I was going to film the Murray Rose as well. And then the video just cut and the sound cut. Video goes first, sound goes second. My battery had gone, which is why you need one of these if you're going to take up mobile videos. And I'm going to go over here. Let me put that down. Okay, so that's safe. Okay, I think it's safe-ish. Okay, that's this, and this is a battery charger. Okay, the way it works is very simple. USB-C into there, plug a USB-A into the power supply, charge the batteries. Okay, and I generally charge this once a week. You can then have a cable. This is the cable. This plugs into the bottom of your phone, and if you see that your batteries are going to go, you can just plug it into here. Okay, but this unit has uses over and above being used as a mobile charger for your phone. It can charge anything. It can also charge this. Do you know what this is? I'm just trying to get it on the background. You can actually see it. If I go down here, it might work. Just a minute. I can put the video away. Okay, this is my charger, and this is something that I charge on a regular basis. And this is the charger for a Fitbit. So every 4 or 5 days, I plug my Fitbit into there and recharge it. So it's multiple uses. Battery power pack, or portable charger as they're called in the description, is necessary if you're actually going to be out and about filming. I mean, I do try and charge my mobile phone the night before, but with the best of intentions, I sometimes forget. And now that mobile charger portable charger goes into my rucksack, and I'm quite happy going out and about, and I'm safe. I can just plug the phone in there. Right, okay, so just to recap, today we've looked at 3 cameras. We've looked at the Logitech Brio. I just want to finish off with, I just want to go here again, and by here I mean here. Don't forget, I'm going to put it in the carousel now. This is Logitech C920X camera, and I'm just scrolling the carousel till I get to it. This is an amazing camera. I've had this 6 years. It's done me proud. Plug and play. I can't show you it working today because it's not plugged in, but it's 6 years old. It's as good as new. It does the job. 720p, 1080p. This is the 920X, which means that you actually get, I'll just bring this up on screen. Yeah, you actually get 3 months of XSplit VCam background removal included with this camera, so that you can do the things that I showed you earlier. You can remove your background, you can slide in a photo, you can change the look and feel of your broadcast with one click, well, 2 clicks. Okay, so the C920X comes with that software. It's a darn good camera. Okay, right, just checking the iPad again. And thank you to everybody who's actually commented. Thank you for watching me today. And thank you to Yvette who followed me. Thank you to everybody who follows me. As I say, it builds credibility and it means that you get notified when I go live. I don't get your information. Yeah, it's kept by Amazon. Amazon know who you are. I don't. So Logitech C920X is an amazing camera. Logitech Brio we looked at. We looked at the Oswald Tiny. We looked at 2 microphones. We looked at a whole range of things all down the carousel. If you click a link in the carousel, you'll get the price you see in the carousel. I just want to finish by going through the carousel. So follow me as I go through the carousel, and I will tell you what is on special today. Logitech Brio, which we looked at, you're actually looking at it now, is 20% off today. Now this camera is, well, it's just class. Anything Logitech is well built. The next thing that's on discount today is the Audio Technica microphone we looked at, which is 9% off. It's $99. The next thing on discount, big discount here, is the lapel microphone, 41% off, 12,000 4.5-star reviews, and it's good. The portable charger I showed you is 17% if you click the link in the carousel. And the next item I'm going to show you before I go, Fitbit Inspire, which we haven't talked about today, but I talk about quite a lot, is 16% off today. And I love my Fitbit, has to be said. I've had Fitbits for 8 years, and it's the way I keep fit. Walking is the easiest way to keep fit. Fitbit Inspire 2 is the one that that's it. Okay. And I'll be talking about it tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern. And the next one is my next Fitbit. It will not be pink. It will not be a pink Fitbit, but it is available in pink. 125,995 4.5-star reviews for the Fitbit Versa. My next Fitbit, I can't show you, I haven't got it yet. It is 19% off at $142. Aftershocks we've looked at. We haven't looked at, what else have we looked at? Oh, also on discount is the tablet stand. I'm just going through the carousel, and the Fire Stick. Fire Stick changed the way we actually watch television. And can't see anything else. Right. Okay, so I want to say a big thank you to everybody for actually watching me live today. And I'm going to hide that. I'm going to go like that and like that. I'm going to change my theme to that one. And I'm going to go here and put this on screen. Okay, you have been watching Stephen broadcasting live on BeLive. Thank you for unmuting to listen. You've been watching me on 2 cameras. This is Lights Camera Action, live from England. And a message of support to the team who do BeLive. They are based in Kyiv in the Ukraine, and basically are my best wishes and your best wishes to them. And in the coming days, hope that all countries around the world get together and see Ukraine safe again. This has been This has been Stephen, live from England, live from Wiltshire in England, wonderful Wiltshire, home of Stonehenge, home of Avebury, home of Salisbury. And I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. in the UK. Thank you for joining me today. This is a blast. I really love being on Amazon Live. I'll have more stories for you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Goodbye for now.